Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on this video. So in my last video, I didn't include my brows because I said they were boring to watch, and then I got called out in the top comments. So girl, I got you. I'm showing you how. I'm doing my brows this time. So it's super simple, very easy to recreate. I have some sparse areas in my brow, so what I'm going to do first is take my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, and I'm just going to fill in those bottom spots, and I'm also going to use this shade to draw, or to like underline the bottom of my brow. I use this shade, I think it's amazing because I was using it as a platinum blonde and I'm still using it as a super dark brunette. What I like about it is that it's not super harsh, it's like the perfect brow color and it just like blends in flawlessly, and if I do mess up I can easily rub it away rather than if I use like a black pencil or a super dark brown pencil, it would be a little bit more difficult. So I use this as kind of like my rough draft shade. So I'm just initially filling in any bald areas that I see right away just to help me get a better guide of how I want my shape to be, and then I'm just going to underline the bottom half of the brow, and then I will occasionally take the spoolie on the back hand and kind of brush through my hairs just to help get rid of any built up product, and it also helps just blend it into the brows to make it look a little bit more natural. And sorry if my camera is going in and out of focus on my brow. It was seriously playing me this entire video, so I really do apologize about that. I'm going to try to look into it and see how I can fix that. But yeah, so I'm just taking that pencil and then I'm drawing on the tail of my brow. Since I don't have much hair there, I'm just going to fill it in. And then I'm also going to work on the top of my arch. Since I did have kind of like a bald spot there, I'm just going to, again, fill that in and create the arch that I desire. And I know this might sound weird to say, but I'm not just drawing on like a random tail or arch. I'm actually following the curve, like the natural curve of my bone structure. I'm following my brow bone, and that's how it's going to give me the shape that I desire. And that's what I do with my clients as well. I always just follow the natural shape of their bones because to me, that's like the best way to get symmetrical brows on both sides. Again, it's never going to be perfect. Brows are sisters, they ain't twins. But, you know, it's cool to get it close. Now for the beginning of the brow, where I want it the lightest, I'm just going to start at the bottom line that we already created, and I'm going to go up from there doing more singular hair-like strokes just to obviously imitate the illusion of having hair there. And for the back half of the brow, I want that part to be darker so we can really get that ombre effect going, and it can match my hair color a little bit better since I've got blonde brows going on right now. So I'm basically just going to color and fill in right on top of that NYX pencil. I'm just going to fill in that rough draft, and then I'm going to take the spoolie and I'm going to blend it out. And for some reason I just really like this method of doing the whole brow with a lighter shade and then going in and filling in the areas that you want to be darkened. I feel like it lasts a little bit longer. I feel like it just is so quick for me to do because I already can see where my shape is, and yeah, it's a little bit unnecessary. You can just go in like the first half of the brow with the NYX pencil and then fill in the last half with the Colourpop one or whatever products you have. But I don't know, I just do it this way. This is how I've been doing it, but my eyebrow routine always changes, so if I update it, I will let you guys know. But yeah, so I'm just going to put the color on top and then blend it out. It's super simple, and I focus this a lot on the tail, and I use the spoolie to kind of get that really nice sharp point at the end of the tail. And I'll also take the spoolie without any product on it, obviously, because it's just a spoolie, and I'll go through the beginning half of my brows just to, if it has any product on it, it kind of clings to the hairs and makes them stand out a little bit more. But that's about it, guys. This is pretty much all I do. It doesn't take me too long. If I really want it to stay put, like if I know I'm going to be out for like 12 hours or something and I really don't want my eyebrows to go anywhere, I will set this with powder, and I'll just use a lighter powder in the front and a darker powder. Sometimes I use eyeshadow. I'm not too specific with like my brow powders. Whatever is going to set down the pencil works. And yeah, I will use powder, but I don't do that on an everyday today basis because I find that this method just works. It doesn't go anywhere, and it takes a while for this to really start breaking down and fading off. So yeah, I'm just going to repeat those steps on the other eyebrows so you guys can see the exact steps. I will speed it up, and that is about it. like I mentioned earlier, I don't do too much to my brows on a day-to-day basis. I basically just pencil them in and go. I will use a little bit of clear brow gel like I will show you in a minute, but if I'm feeling fancy or I just completely fucked up my lines and they were not straight, I will go ahead with some concealer and clean up the edges and make it nice and sharp. So for that, I like to use the Tarte Shape Tape or a little bit of my Hidden Agenda concealer by Sonia Kashuk on a little concealer brush, and I just clean up the edges, and I also make the tail end of my brows nice and sharp. So then I will go in and set those bad boys in place, make sure that the hairs aren't flailing out everywhere and that they, you know, follow the shape that I created. So the Anastasia brow gel, I'm sure you've heard of it. It is amazing. It's like super glue for the brows. So I highly recommend. I need to get another one actually. So that is the end of my brow routine. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and found it useful and helpful. So yeah, until the next video, I will talk to you guys later. I love ya, and mwah.